Hello, Steve89. I finally got my Dukes of Hazzard generally. I was planning to do a traditional unboxing, but thanks to coronavirus, I couldn't just do it like normal. And I ended up doing a separate video just opening up the box, but it was too long. I just thought, I'm just going to do a shorter version and just show people what you actually get. So the box has some decent artwork, very minimal information about the actual car. So cast photo of the General Lee, and some text. Dukes of Hazzard classic television series celebrates the good old USA. So get ready for action Hazzard County style. The Duke boys and their beautiful cousin Daisy are battling the law and fighting for the good guys. Despite a knack for getting into trouble, the Dukes of Hazzard always have a way of getting out eventually. Along the way, fans enjoy racing cars, flying cars, tumbling cars, and plenty of good old-fashioned country fun, mostly in cars. So it's from Joyride, which I think is to do with Ertl. So you basically have the same artwork on the front and the top. It's a different shot of the General Lee on the top. Now, I didn't know when I first ordered this that there were different versions. Now, when I was growing up, I had the little Matchbox cars. They survived somehow, but yeah, they're in pretty bad condition. So they weren't really enough to keep me happy as a collector. My brother had a model of the General Lee when I was growing up, and unfortunately I didn't know models couldn't be played with like toy cars, and I destroyed it. I always felt bad, and I bought one. I was going to make it up and give it to him as a present. And then I discovered everyone was collecting die-cast metal cars, so I thought, well, I'll get one of them one day, and I actually gave the model away to someone, which I don't know why I did that. Because unbeknownst to me, there were some issues with the General Lee, and the company that was licensing it stopped producing it. As far as I know, no one's producing it anymore. And there's a lot of drama there. I'm not going to get into it. When I was growing up as a kid, the flag meant nothing to me. And I love the show, the car, because it's in the show, and I love the show because of the show. And nothing more. So I decided to get one, and then I found out they're hard to get. And the clean model, there's the clean one and the dirty model. The clean one is just the car, pristine. The dirty model is painted up like it's been driving through dust and mud, and it's got mud splatters everywhere, and the windscreens are covered, and the wheels are muddy, and all that. So I looked at it, and I actually didn't mind it so much. I thought it looked interesting. It looked not so much like a toy car, but like a miniature car, like kind of Land of the Giants sort of, because the detail is good enough that it almost looks like a real car. And unlike some of them which I looked at, which the paintwork, the brown paintwork was really bad, really strong, this one wasn't so bad. So I thought, I'll just get it. If I don't like it and I'm prepared to pay more, I can get the clean version later, and I'll just have both. I don't mind having both in the long run. So I thought I'll go for the cheap one first. If I'm not happy with it, I'll get the 500 or whatever it is at the time one later. So it's not that difficult to open. So you can basically put it in and out and keep it in the box. So it's all fairly nicely packed. Slides out. And there we have it. Now I've already unscrewed it from the base because it comes screwed to the base and you have to unscrew it. So I just have to remember not to drop it off. Yeah, so as you can see, it's got muddy speckled paint everywhere, and the back windscreen you can't actually see through it. And the front, it looks like it's been covered in mud and the windscreen wipers have wiped it off. And yeah, the whole thing is covered in little splatters of mud, and it doesn't bother me on the body. I actually kind of like it. Gives it some texture. Doesn't look quite so perfect like toy cars sometimes do. And the chrome at the front and the back, it doesn't really ruin it or anything. You can see the chrome under mud, but I don't like the wheels. Like the contrast between the chrome and the black rubber, it's kind of lost. So I've discovered you can actually, the paint comes off the rubber. So I'm going to clean the wheels and I'm going to repaint the rims silver. I've got some chrome paint, so I'm going to touch it up a little bit myself, and then at least it'll kind of be my unique version. It won't be exactly the same as everyone else's. So, and now unlike the car in the show, the doors actually open, so you can actually see inside. Because the original car, of course, the doors opened, and there's shots from a photo shoot with the doors that open, but at some point in the show, they welded them shut, and they always just jumped in through the windows. So yeah. That's the underside. It's all muddy as well. So that's it. Oh, I forgot. Of course, look under the hood. And yeah, again, I don't know how I'm going to display this, because for people who aren't familiar with the show, who see this, they might have a problem and might get the wrong idea. So I might actually maybe get another flag, a sticker of another flag, and just stick it on the top. Any Dukes fans who see it might be insulted, but other people won't know and won't be offended. Because I understand it has different meanings for different people, but for the most part it means something very bad. So I don't really want to talk about that. But I love the show. I grew up watching it. I seem to recall it was the only thing I watched with my brother when I was a little kid, because we're very different. He was into cars. He crashed a lot of them. There was always a car being fixed up in the driveway, and I guess I got some appreciation for it. But this is my first die-cast model car. I've got lots of toys and models and collectibles, but I didn't start the die-cast car thing. There's only a few I want to get to. I want to get Christine. I want to get Kit from Knight Rider, and right now I can't think of any others, so I'm probably only going to have a couple of them. But it's heavy, it's accurate, it's detailed. It's beautiful. It's interesting because of the paintwork, the mud, the dirty version. And the only thing that surprised me was that the boot doesn't open. I thought it did. I was sure I saw one where the boot opens. I guess there's a different version. I know there's several versions. There's a remote controlled one. There's a jumping remote control one. And smaller ones. And ones with lights. But I'm happy with this one. So I'm going to leave it there because I've spent way too long talking. And yeah, it's just easy to just put back on the stand and display it like that. So that's my General E. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, if you've got one or you want one or you want to know anything about it. I didn't know much about them and found them hard to find. So just let me know in the comments. Thanks. Bye.